Okay, so now I am going to share with you a screen. Let me know whether it is visible or not. Okay, can you see the screen? Now I am writing on the screen, then you can understand whether it is visible or not. This is our first chapter, interior of the earth. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible to us.
Okay, now we are going to explain this particular section in this session. So interior of the earth. Now if you if you try to understand the earth, then we will have two specific part. Okay, first thing is that if we try to draw a rough sketch of our earth, okay, which we know that it is not perfectly round, rather it is a ellipsoid. So where there will be a outer surface of the earth, that is called exterior, and at the same time up to the center of the earth we can also understand it as a interior of the earth, starting from the surface of the earth to the center of the earth. Okay, this is known as interior of the earth. Okay, now the very important question is that have you seen interior of the earth? Have you seen that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, no, we have
No,
not
sir.
seen that, but sometimes when there is a digging of a well, okay, or a pond, or it may be a tube well or a submersible, then we may have observed that some material are coming out from the interior of the earth. Okay, have you seen that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We can go inside of the earth, but we have only minimum understanding about the interior of the earth up to a certain depth. As for example, if we talk about a pond, then how long, sorry, one second. If we talk about the pond, okay, and a well, and we can say the submersible. So in that case, in case of the pond, we can go up to a few meters, say it is 1 to 2 meters deep from the surface. Okay, then in case of the well, it may be 2 to 3 meter deep from the surface. In case of the submersible, it may be 100 to 200 meter from the surface. This is up to the maximum distance we can reach through this process. Okay, there are some other factors, like we may have do you know, I don't know whether you know or not, that there is a particular features called volcanic eruption or volcano. Okay, where the hot magma come out of the interior of the earth, and it in form of eruption, and the materials which are coming out from the earth, those are either magma or gases or both of them or some other materials. So that is called volcano, and through this volcanic material we can also come to know that there are something available at the inside of the earth, and how long the interior of the earth is extended. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but the thing is that through all this method, either you are digging inside of the earth or it is a source of volcano, through all this method we can only know up to a certain depth of the interior of the earth. But the depth of the interior of the earth is much longer than we can think of. What is the depth of the interior of the earth? Anyone can tell me? Or what you think, that what is the expected depth of the interior of the earth?
Sir, I think 6,000 km.
Yeah, Rajiv, you are quite correct. The maximum depth of the interior of the earth, that means from the surface of the earth, if it is the sun, as we have said that this is the surface of the earth, from the surface to the center point, this particular point, the distance is 6371 kilometer. Okay, this is about 6371 kilometer. Now think, from Kolkata to New Delhi, the distance is 1500 kilometer. Okay, so you need to travel four and a half times. Kolkata to Delhi, then Delhi to Kolkata, then Kolkata to Delhi, then Delhi to Kolkata, and then again. Okay, then only you can reach this distance. So think about this, how long interior of the earth is extended. Okay, so the first question arises that how we have defined or understood that distance or measured that distance, because it is not possible to go inside of the earth. Okay, is it possible? It is not possible to go inside of the earth, but still we have measured this particular distance, 6371 kilometer. How we have measured that? Any idea?
No, sir.
Manami, you are telling something. Again, you are not audible. Okay, anyway, I cannot hear you, Manami. So basically, that measurement is done by certain kind of wave. Okay, the measurement is done by, so question, what is the question? We will understand only this part, that how we have measured. Okay, so the question is that how we have measured this distance. How we have measured this distance. Okay, so the answer is, this is called seismology. Sorry, the spelling is wrong. This is called, the methods of measurement is called seismology. What is that seismology? The seismology means it is the study of earthquake waves. Okay, it is the study of earthquake waves. What is earthquake? Do you know what is earthquake?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Tell me.
earthquake means when our surface gets some vibration.
Very good, Rajiv. When our surface gets vibration. Okay, we can better this definition, that due to the huge amount of energy, or due to the bursting of huge amount of energy, when our surface received or experienced sudden, the word is sudden vibration, that will be called earthquake. Okay, or we can alternatively say the sudden vibration of the Earth's surface due to huge amount of bursting of energy. Okay, we will also discuss that from where the energy has been originated, okay, in the later classes. But this vibration, as for example, you all have experience of the concept vibration in form of mobile phone. When your mobile phone vibrated, then this means certain kinds of waves are actually emanating from that particular mobile phone, or originating from that mobile phone, certain kinds of waves. When you just throw a stone in a particular pond, then you will see that the water will be rippling, or certain waves will be formed. Okay, so this is the concept of waves. Yeah, is it
Yes, sir.
understandable?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So like this, when earthquake happen and wave also originate, like this, whatever I have drawn, this is a concept of wave. Wave means it should have a peak. This is the peak of wave, and this is the trough. This is the trough of wave, and this is the wavelength. Sorry, this particular, the distance between two peaks. If this is the first peak and this is the second peak, the distance between these two peaks is called wavelength. Okay, so what I am trying to say, because of the earthquake, it will produce an waves, and waves has the capacity to penetrate or to travel anywhere. Earthquake waves has the capacity to travel anywhere. Okay, okay, how we can
Yes, sir.
prove that how we can prove that earthquake has the capacity, earthquake wave has the capacity to travel anywhere? How we can prove that? Can we prove that?
No, sir.
Yeah, okay, we can prove that. As for example, when the earthquake happened, that means a disturbance is definitely there at the inside of the earth. So this outer line is the surface of the earth. The disturbance may be here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, like here, anywhere. The disturbance can be possible. We can take any one point out of this. So if the disturbance happened here, that means the origin of earthquake is here. This is the location. If it is, then it is termed as focus of earthquake. Okay, focus of earthquake. Now from this focus of earthquake, what happened? Multiple waves will be originated like this, and it will reach to the earth surface in every direction. It will reach to the earth surface, and when it will reach to the earth surface, we, the people or human being or different animal who are standing on the earth surface, we will feel the vibration. Clear? Understand?
Yes, sir.
In
Yes,
this
sir.
way, we can okay. In this way, we can understand during the earthquake, a certain kind of waves will be produced. Now, these particular waves can travel anywhere, but there are certain waves who can travel within certain medium. Medium means there are certain kind of mediums, like according to the who is telling that this is correct? Certain kind of medium like liquid, solid, gaseous, etc. Interior of the earth is totally filled with different material. Somewhere in the interior of the earth there is liquid, somewhere there is solid material, somewhere there may be gaseous material. How we come to know that? Because during the volcanic eruption, we have seen the magma coming out of the interior of the earth. Those are quasi-liquid. That means neither solid nor liquid. A middle state of that. Different gases are coming out of that. Okay. So whether it is liquid or solid, how we will understand that? Any idea? Do you have any idea? Whether it is liquid or solid, how we will understand that? I can tell you, we will understand that based on the earthquake waves. But the question is, how earthquake waves will explain whether it is liquid or solid? Anything, any idea? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you seen the electrocardiogram graph or
Yes, sir.
ECG graph? Seen that? Okay. So what is the actual nature of ECG graph? Something like this. Okay. Something like this. Now,
Yeah.
suppose earthquake produced at this location, at the focus of the earth. And at the earth's surface, with a human being or geologist or scientist, they have placed a particular instrument at the earth's surface. Here they have placed an instrument, here they have placed an instrument, here they have placed an instrument. All over the earth, we have placed one kind of instrument. The instrument is known as seismograph. Okay. Instrument is known as seismograph. What it do? Seismograph basically capture the ECG kind of graphical waves. In form of ECG, seismograph basically capture multiple waves. Now, suppose a wave is coming from inside of the earth and its propagation is something like this. Now, why these ups and down happen? This is because that means here it is ups, here it is downs, here it is ups, here it is downs. Why this has happened? This is because difference in the materials at the inside of the earth. Okay, if an earthquake waves is traveling through the liquid material, then the velocity will be low, its speed will be low. If the earthquake waves is traveling through the solid material, then its speed will increase. Okay. On the other hand, there is also another principle. Maybe you have understood already in the physical science, that is called refraction of wave. If a wave is coming through this medium, a certain kind of medium, then depending on the density, the wave can move closer to this axis or it can move away from the axis. Okay, either this one or this one is possible depending on the density. I will explain this in the next class again. Depending on the density, this can be possible. So what is the basic idea we have understood today? That interior of the earth, it is extended up to much deeper length than we can thought, and the extension or the length of the interior of the earth from the surface to the core, which is about 6371 kilometer. Now the question is, how we have measured this distance? Because by digging pond or well or submersible or based on the volcanic eruption, we cannot understand that interior of the earth is extended up to 6371 kilometer. So we need something else or some other methods. The other method, which is known as seismology. Seismology, which helps us to explain what is the real nature and the depth of the interior of the earth. Now, what is that seismology? Seismology means study of earthquake waves. Now, what is that earthquake? Earthquake means sudden vibration of the earth's surface due to the bursting of energy. Now, from where the earthquake originated, the place is known as earthquake focus. Now, after origin of the earthquake, what happened? Now, after origin of the earthquake, multiple waves will be generated. And then what happened? The multiple waves, it will be traveled to the earth's surface, and with a human being present at the earth's surface will feel that wave in form of vibration. Now, how based on that particular wave we can understand interior of the earth? Then we are telling that we have placed a certain instrument known as seismograph at the earth's surface in multiple locations. Now, in the seismograph, the waves will be recorded in form of electrocardiogram graphics, as you can see in the screen. Now, from that graphical representation in the seismograph, we will explain or interpret that where the liquid material is available, where the solid material is available, from which depth the earthquake waves are actually coming. We can understand from that seismograph. Okay? This is our today's understanding. Is there any question? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. This is clear for us.
Okay. So basically, just visit or just take reference of your book. Try to read out the first 2-3 pages of the chapter Interior of the Earth. Then we will meet again in the next session from this particular point where we have ended today. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.